All right, let's try this again. So we're up. I can see screens, and the Minecraft Live button is on. Excellent. All right, so here we go. So today is going to be a brief introduction for members of the Nebula to take a look at the MudMaker 5000. This is a dirt to mud converter that we have over here in the farming district. For those of you wondering where this is, we are out here at the east side between the two nether tree farms. You come down here, you'll notice there's a farm that takes up a number of levels. Jen is over here helping us do things. We need obviously some wheat to turn the mud into mud brick. So, hi Jen. And up here is kind of the TNT duper that we need to help break these blocks. And down here is where the mud gets pushed. You'll notice there are a number of signs. In the event that the machine breaks, you'll hear this piston here fire repeatedly. It'll go, it'll push up everything else except that one piston. If that happens and it breaks, real simple to fix. Come over, break the mud block that's right there, replace it, it'll push. You can go back to doing what you're doing. It shouldn't do that. I've done extensive testing so far and managed to get it to where it's not doing that anymore. I sat here for about an hour last night and converted quite a bit of mud, well, dirt to mud, and blew it up and didn't have any problems. So we should be okay. The TNT gets duplicated up above. As I said, it falls down and it either lands on the mud right there or it lands on that obsidian. Depends on what's going on. So if it breaks, hit that. Uh, TNT power. If the lever is to the left, it's off. It's to the right, it's on. Doesn't work without the TNT. You might want to do that. This is the bottle recycler. So bottles are dispensed here into the dirt, which turns it into mud when we cycle it. There is a hopper behind here. There is a chest here. There is a hopper here. Occasionally, these will hop out, and you'll see them out here. If you could take a brief moment, come out here and pick them up, put them back in the system, we'd appreciate it. If we get a little bit of loss, it's fine. I understand. So we start by turning this on. So down below here now, we have just a little observer clock, and it's ticking, and it'll fill the bottles and spit them up so that they get recycled. We have 3 more signs we need to pay attention to. First, it does about 51 stacks per hour converted. If you have auto click set to 10 ticks, that seems to be about right. And then the third and final sign, which actually is the 5th or 6th sign here, is back against this chain. So it's pretty simple. Here's dirt in my inventory, obviously a little bit. Now, you put your back against the chain when you're ready to start placing. So TNT on. This is on a timer. No sensors or anything. It just blows up on a timer here. So if we wait, we'll see it fire here. And 1 and 2. They're about 4.5 to 5 seconds apart, and then they'll wait about 10 to 11 seconds and pulse again. So we know that part of it's working. This observer leads to this repeater and this redstone, into this repeater, into this dropper. This is how you keep your inventory full. So when you show up, you put all your dirt into here, and you'll notice I have some dirt in my inventory already. You look here and you place a block. It's detected, pulses the piston, dispenses the bottle, and you get mud. That's how it's supposed to work. Now, to make this easy, I have a mod, auto clicker. This is what I'm using to make it click quite so fast. You'll also notice that you can move your mouse around a little bit. I have also a lock that disables my targeting for my mouse. So for my case, I hotkeyed Control Alt X. So that means that now my mouse doesn't move and I don't have to worry about accidentally clicking on something else or breaking something or anything else. But you'll notice my inventory is staying at 19 blocks. Every time mud moves, it pulses, and the hopper behind me spits out 1 block of dirt, which I then convert to mud. So this should theoretically keep you going until you're completely out of dirt. I've tested with a shulker box and a half or so of dirt and didn't have any problems with it. There may have been more than that. Jen says that she's been running this. So hopefully this will work. So I see we have Ratty and Jen here. What do you guys think? Is this a little bit better than having to manually place mud? And I'm out. Control X and I. Keys released. Yep, we're out. Okay, it's official. Now, so turn it off when you're done. And when you need to collect, there's a set of ladders behind here. And you just come down. And here is our stack and a half or so of mud that we collected. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to do that. I was planning to head over to, oh goodness, where do we store dirt these days? Is it over at Spawn somewhere? Yeah, and you can use it. Definitely. All right, so step number 1, step number 2, everything's ready to go. Into our slot, back up against the chain. And then, what is this? I is my hotkey, and then Shift Control X. 32 blocks. Couldn't be simpler. I've seen simpler units. Il Mango has one. I've seen more complex units. Il Mango also has one. This seems to be, to me at least, a good compromise. It's not, incredibly fast, but it's not also not slow. We're also not doing, 10,000 mud per hour. Could we go faster? Yeah, I could probably do something like the TNT farm, which I did consider, to where you put in 4 blocks all at once, basically instant place 4 blocks, and it instantly dispenses the stuff and pushes it down and does the same thing. I'm not necessarily going for 10,000 items per hour. I know that seems to be the goal on the server sometimes, but that's not necessarily what I'm looking for. So anyhow, that was all I wanted to do today on this. I might do another stream later on another farm or two. I know we have a lot of new farms on the combined dirt and grass nebula, which we now call the Nebula for those of you who haven't ever seen this before. But we merged the servers not long back, and there's a bunch of new farms, a bunch of farms we had to rebuild, and I know folks need some instructions on how to use some of these. So I'm hoping to do a series of these little videos to just sort of briefly showcase what we're doing and how to use the farms, because it's always good when people know how to do it instead of having to guess. So I guess that's going to be it for the evening. So thank you for watching, and I'll go ahead and bring up the end stream screen here. And thank everybody for joining us today, and have a great day.